All right, glory to God for all things. Guys, it's Coach Augustine here for a quick St. Nestor Grappling Club instructional. This is my good friend Aaron Archer. Today we're going to look at one good way to get out of the closed guard. So for those of you who are kind of newer to jiu-jitsu, let me first say, my old coach used to have this saying, which, I mean, he didn't invent or anything, but it's worth repeating because it's very true. He used to say all the time that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of the cure, okay? And in this particular case, what I'm getting at is, if you can just stay out of the closed guard, that's gonna be your ounce of prevention. Try to stay out of people's closed guards if you can help it, all right? Because once you're in there, now you're gonna need a pound of the cure, okay? Guys are strong, some people have really good aggressive attacking guards, and it's not too difficult to get swept or submitted if you're inside somebody's closed guard who knows what they're doing. So, if you can at all help it, hopefully you'll never need this technique because you will stay out of the closed guard. However, inevitably, rest assured, you are going to find yourself inside the closed guard at some point. So, having said that, this is one good way to address it, all right? So Aaron, if you're on the bottom. Okay, so here we are in the closed guard. And what we mean by closed guard is Aaron has his legs wrapped around my waist with his feet crossed over the back, okay? So this is what we call in jiu-jitsu the closed guard. All right, now, like I said, this is really not a good spot for me to be in because there is pretty much nothing I can do to him to submit him from this position. But there are lots of things that he can do to me to submit me from this position, like a choke triangle, Aaron. Okay, yep, that went bad in a hurry, arm lock. Right, all of these things are available to him and they're not available to me, okay? So understand that when you are in someone's closed guard, you are on defense. So right now I'm very much on defense. And when do you ever want to be on defense when you're in a fight? The answer is never, right? You always want to be on offense if you can help it. Now realistically, that's not going to be the way a fight goes because the other guy, has a plan as well. But again, if we cannot be here, that's good for us. So here's one way that we can address this in grappling, okay? I'm gonna pick an arm, doesn't really matter which one, all right? Whichever one he makes available to me. But I'm gonna get what we call a 2-on-1, and I'm just gonna pin this to his belly, okay? Now, whichever arm I have pinned, in this case, that's the leg I'm gonna step up first. Reason being, when I step that leg up, he can't grab it because I have this arm pinned, okay? So we're here like this. I'm gonna lean to this side, and I'm going to step up like this. Once I've stepped up in this direction, I'm actually going to turn my body this way, okay? Because that's going to make it easier for me to drive off of my back foot to a standing position. All right, now if his leg's open, that's great. They might not though, okay? And if they don't, what I'm going to do is hold onto this wrist and stand all the way up, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the grip with the cross wrist, the opposite side wrist, so not this one. The reason it's very important to use this wrist is because I'm going to use this arm to push this leg down. And again, he can't fight it with this arm because I'm controlling it. So I'm going to lean and push until his leg's open. Once his leg opens, I'm going to keep driving this his leg down until it clears my knee. The moment it clears my knee, I'm going to drop this and we're going to come into this position, okay? Now, if I can get the camera, I want to come this way with the camera. And it's very important that you guys see how my foot is, all right? You'll notice my foot is behind his knee, okay? It's not in front of his knee. My foot is behind his knee, his leg, and my knee is in front, okay? So I'm using my shin to staple this leg to the ground, all right? So I don't want to be like this. The moment I do this, I'm just going to get caught in the half guard here, okay? So we're going to stay in this position. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower my weight, and I'm going to get my armpit in front of this other leg here. All right, so now I basically have Aaron's legs split open, okay? Once I get to here, we're going to go with an underhook here and a cross face here and really staple him down. And you'll notice that it's impossible for him to close his feet together, all right? One common mistake people will make from here is they'll be lazy with this leg and they'll do something like this. And the lower that gets, the easier he can close his feet together, okay? So make sure I want to step this up as high as I possibly can on this foot. And then the other foot we already talked about, I'm using that shin to staple his leg down. So now I've got his guard split open
and there's no way he can close it, okay? So I keep good pressure here with my crossface underhook, and now what I'm simply gonna do is my right foot, this foot here, I'm going to swivel that out of his guard. So I'm gonna come like this, all right? Then from here, I simply drop into the side control position, and we've got ourselves a guard pass. All right, now from this position, there's a zillion different things that he and I can both try to do, but we've achieved our guard pass, which is what we want, all right? If I'm ever able to progress to that position and I don't pass his guard, I'm messed up royally somewhere. That should be pretty much a guaranteed guard pass if you can achieve that position. So let's look at it one more time. Again, I'm gonna staple his forearm to his belly, and then whichever arm I have, I'm going to step that foot up so that he cannot reach underneath it. So I'm gonna lean to this side, step. Once I've stepped up, I'm gonna shift my weight this way and then drive off that back foot to the standing position here. Come all the way up, drive, force that guard open. I keep pushing his leg down until it clears my knee. The moment it clears my knee, I drop my weight straight down, stapling his leg. And I've got to get in front of this leg here. If I'm out here like this, now I got to fight the knee shield, okay? So I'm going to drop in front of that leg like this, and now I never have to worry about that knee shield. I grab my crossface underhook, and now we've got Aaron pretty well split open so that he cannot close that guard. Again, I swivel my foot through first. I don't lead with the knee. I don't want to go like this because he could potentially see what just happened. And now I'm like, oh man, now this is going to be a fight. So rather than leading with the knee through first, I take the foot through first. So I come like this. And now he doesn't have that opportunity. And then from here, we're passing the guard, all kinds of cool attacks we can do from here. All right. But all of those are going to start once we get past the guard. All right, guys. So that's a very, very cool, basic, and also extremely effective way to not only open the closed guard, which is kind of a skill unto itself, but also pass the guard. Kind of, you get both done with one technique. It's really great, very fundamental. If you can get good at that, you'll always have at least one solution to try to go to anytime you're addressing somebody's closed guard. Anything to add here? All right, guys. Well, again, God bless. Stay tuned. Like, follow, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And we'll see you guys soon. God bless.